did he have the legendary wrench that I've heard he has?
What's Dean got to do with it?
It's not really the dick, it's the balls.
Hi.
Did you guys like that? That was fun. We died. We died in the middle of it. The intro sucked. I want to kind of play it again. But that's how
technology always knows, man.
That's how you do a podcast. That's how you start a podcast with a fresh new intro that absolutely fucking dies in the middle of it.
Hey, I'm here.
Can I make one suggestion?
Yeah.
Just one. Don't get mad, okay? I think you need to lose the 80s like distortion guitar. I think you need to go for a whole new vibe.
Are you serious?
Personally. Yeah, a little bit. It sounds
more
really
Radiohead.
No,
I didn't think there's anything wrong with it.
I think it's just a little too like
too cheesy.
Is someone about to get body checked kind of thing?
Yeah. Too rock'em sock'em hockey.
A little bit. Just a little bit. Like I'm not mad at you or nothing.
Here, let me try. Let me see where we're at with this one. Maybe we'll get some use out of it. I think I like it. I like the guitar. I don't have a problem with the guitar. You're the one that has a problem with the guitar. I like guitars. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. My name is Dean, which is coincidental. Lochlin Cross is here as well. James DiFiore. Lochlin from 95.7 Cruise FM in Edmonton. James DiFiore, of course, blackballmedia.ca. And look what we have here. A girl. Ooh, not even a girl. A woman.
Hey.
Melanie Martin from Unfiltered with JJ and Melanie. Melanie Martin, who can be heard on a number of radio stations around the world. Melanie Martin from B101 in Barrie. Melanie's one of my favorite people. And I was listening to her podcast with JJ and Melanie the last two. One of them where Mel was like, yeah, so this guy stuck his fingers in my mouth. I was hooked. I was hooked for like the next 30 minutes. I'm like, tell me more about this mouth finger thing.
It's totally a thing. Yeah. It happened.
And I want to talk about it. And then I started listening to another podcast your last about OnlyFans, and that you had gotten an OnlyFans account. And I'm like, she has to come on the podcast. Melanie has to come on with Lochlin and James to discuss this, because we've discussed OnlyFans several times. And while the girls from the Fucked Up podcast are legitimate adult entertainers on OnlyFans, which is one of our podcasts, not something that you're into, which even intrigued me more, Mel. Like I was to the point the other day where I'm like, I'm really excited to talk to Mel about her being the only person on OnlyFans that doesn't do adult material.
Well, am I the only one? I don't know, man.
No, I did some research.
Okay. Did you do research? Because I looked into it too. And the more time that I'm spending on OnlyFans, the more I'm realizing that I was duped. Like I was totally duped. I went on and I was like, oh, there's like surfer girls on here. And they just like, they're giving you surfing lessons. And, there's guys that are like chefs and you're learning how to cook. This is great. There is just like a paywall for content. But then when you follow them, you quickly realize, oh, that's how they get you. Then they send you messages in your inbox and they're like, oh, there's a great video for $6. You can unlock the video. And you realize that, oh, that person's cooking naked.
Oh, that's what the chef meant by Italian Sausage Saturday.
Yes. And I literally had no idea. Look, I'm often very oblivious to things. I don't care. I can admit that. That's fine. Slow cookie sometimes. But I just was like, I really thought that there was a little space in there where there were some people just using it as a paywall for exclusive content. So that was sort of my original plan behind it. And yeah, quickly finding.
But
out
you signed up
really
for it. Like, sorry, Locke, go ahead.
I'm still curious. What is it that you're doing on OnlyFans, Mel? Like, what are you providing?
I'm providing exclusive content, stuff that you won't get on like my Instagram or any other social media platform.
Okay.
Look, I've posted, if you've been on my Instagram, I post a lot of bikini photos. I post a lot of bikini photos.
What's that site again? Instagram?
Yeah, I was like, can you give me the URL?
What's that site? Instagram at Melanie Martin first use of 3.
At Melanie Martin first use of 3. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, continue. I'm just gonna look this up.
Have you not been on my Instagram, Dean? What the fuck?
No, I'm not a pervert.
I'm
not a pervert.
Follow me. I follow you. Don't you know? Like, that's what you do.
Dude, I'm not on Instagram. Nor am I on
Facebook either, which surprises me.
Oh,
your
Facebook,
show's on Instagram.
Facebook's dead. That's fine. That's like whatever. But it's the
I
gram
see
is where
I
it's
see
at.
Here.
I'm not letting go.
You got the bikini shot.
Go. What are we looking for again? What's your tag on Instagram, Mel?
It's Melanie Martin with a 3 is the first E in Mel.
Yeah. All right. Well,
right?
while these horny men look for your bikini shots, are you treating OnlyFans sort of like a Patreon thing? Like, how you have to earn to get, the incentives or whatever?
Look, I mean, let's be real. I get a lot of messages. It feels so weird having this conversation. Like, it's so strange to me to have this conversation because I am the most insecure person in the world. Like, I have huge insecurities. But I have these days where I take a nice photo and I feel good about it. And I'm like, I'm going to post this thirst trap. Like, I'm good. I want some compliments. I want to feel good. It's fine. But it doesn't happen all the time. It's just like I have a good moment. I feel good about myself. And the comments that come in, I don't know what I've locked into, but there's a lot of guys on there and they obviously really appreciate those photos. And the messages that I get behind the scenes in the DMs are...
I love this part.
They're enjoying these videos and or pictures. And so I just started thinking about it. I'm like, look, I'm going to keep posting these photos when I feel good enough to post them. And you're going to pay for that because like, fuck, I'm giving it to you for free. And I kind of feel like, look, we're all creators now, right? Everybody's creating stuff. Everybody's doing stuff, whether it's a bikini photo or whatever the case is.
And everybody's making other people pay for it.
Yeah. And, I think in the world of social media, I watch a lot of women on Instagram who don't have sponsors. They're not making money and they're posting these stunning photos of themselves, not necessarily naked, not necessarily dirty, and people are enjoying them. And I'm like, you should get paid for that. Really. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you should be making some money for that. So I was literally joking around. I'm like, I'm going to start an OnlyFans. And I start anything once. I try it out once. This is my MO. It's always been that way. Well, I have some limits. Some limits.
Didn't sound like it in your podcast.
The rest of us sitting at this table are completely. We were completely oblivious on what it would be like to make money by showing ourselves naked. Can you guys even imagine what that power that would feel like? Like that would be amazing.
Incredible. That's the movement, dude. That's the movement that we see as women taking the power back from men instead of saying, "Yeah, you can creep my Instagram account for some of these." Here you go. Some of these pictures. Come on.
I can't see what you're showing.
It's not working. It's not working. I wish I could show it to you, but that part of my feature isn't fucking working. I'll figure it out. But here, I got it right now. Let me just change this. This is the kind of stuff that Mel's doing. You're gonna have to bear with me here because it's gonna be sloppy. Hang on. This is Mel, ladies and gentlemen. See that?
I can't see.
You can't see it?
No.
You can't see that either?
No.
Oh, well, forget it then. Anyway, she looks fucking unbelievable.
Huge.
See if I can't get these going.
Wow.
Yeah. If I can get these up, I will. They're just having a hard time transferring. But my point is, you're in underwear and a bra, a kimono, which I found out today she makes these kimonos. She's a kimono maker.
I got a side hustle.
Yeah. So if you want to get a kimono from Mel, Melanie Martin on Instagram with the 3 is the first E. But you look terrific. And they're not like dirty pictures you're putting up. It's you know, maybe after a shower. It's you in a kimono. It's you usually in and around a bathroom mirror, because apparently the bathroom mirror is the best place to take the selfie, right? But you're proud of yourself. Like, you like how you look. You're an attractive woman. So you are going to put your shit out there.
In moments, like I just said, I mean, there are moments where I feel like that, which is often why it's a selfie, because I mean, you know, it's so few and far between. But look, I'm not doing anything other. I think, like someone said to me talking about it yesterday, that it's a like less inhibited Instagram for me, you know, where I feel, because I think there's some photos that people have said, don't you think that's a little sexy for Instagram? You know, I've had those comments.
Really?
Yeah.
Who says that to you? Who says that? Family?
Mom?
Tell them to shut up.
No,
Like
not
the one taken 45
friends.
weeks ago. And she whispered softly to herself, "Put the cake down, Melanie. Summer is coming." Like that one. I like that one. Sorry, I'll stop.
What? So did they make you question yourself when you put that shit up?
Yeah, and I will. It's weird to talk. It's so strange to talk about this. Yes, I've taken some down because former radio broadcasts, you know, for hosts have messaged me and said, "Don't you think it's a little bit much? We're in a professional industry, blah blah." And I'm like, all right, maybe I shouldn't.
Them.
So you know,
honest to God, Mel, that's also part of the problem, right? Like, I'm not saying this as a warm-blooded Canadian male who thinks you're incredibly attractive and wouldn't mind looking at some pictures of you in very little. That's a product of my DNA. That's just who I am, right? Like, I like women. I like attractive women, and looking at pictures. Well, one comes across my timeline. Will I stop and look at it? Probably. Yeah. Probably. But what it's done is, and I really get this vibe from people like you and Allie and Nicole from the Fucked Up podcast, it's taking the power back a little bit, right? Like, listen, you're going to creep me anyway, and I'm proud of my body and I like myself. I'm going to make some of you degenerates pay. Is that not it?
Well, I mean, I don't really feel that way, but yeah, I do feel like, you know, if you're going to use those photos for something, or, you know, I
like how we're beating around the bush.
I don't want to do it. I don't want you to be able to do it for free.
Yeah, if some guy is going to make a deposit in the Spank Bank memory bank and he's going to take a photo of you into the can, make him give you $13.99 for it a month.
Did you hear about that one guy who used to masturbate to a woman's OnlyFans account, and he had a timeline that showed his sock, and then after 30 days his sock was like a ski boot.
No, stop.
You can tell us it was you, James.
No, I just made the whole thing up, but it would have been funny.
This guy, I think his name was Ames.
Yeah. I only do that in the shower, man, where there's no mess, no fuss. You know?
Yeah, I'm not even. Look, here's the thing. I'm not even
with kids. You got to whack off in the shower.
That's why I whack off in the shower. You just nailed it.
Sorry, Mel. From whacking off into the shower to why you do OnlyFans. Go ahead.
Taking my power back. That whole fucking thing. You guys are ridiculous. Just saying.
We're getting cock talk with Locke out of the way early today.
Yes.
Yeah, we are. But okay, but you take getting back to what you were saying.
Yeah. I'm not spinning it like, I'm taking my power back in the thing. I just feel like, look, I can put a little paywall behind some content that I'm putting up there. That's how I feel.
Fucking right. Good for you.
And I think the other thing too is
get paid.
You're creating a community, whether it's all men or not. Like, most of the people on my Instagram, it's mostly men. That's just, I don't know. That's what it's been. So they're in there, and it's a community of people who really like you. They're paying to see you and your photos and possibly have conversation with you. So there's no fucking hate. There's no bullshit. There's no Instagram nonsense.
Yeah, no one's leaving you a message like, "Oh, way to go, you gained like 3 pounds. Why bother taking the picture?"
Yeah,
like, no one's gonna shit on you, right?
Yeah, so it's like a nice, and you know, like, it's a nice little confidence booster too. Right. I mean, you're in a place where people really like you. They want to see you. They're paying enough to be. Whether or not it continues, I don't know. Like, the reality is, like I said, I mean, I'm a kind of person that starts something once, I might quit in a month. Who knows? And I
encourage you not to.
I can't imagine that men will continue to pay for a subscription of photos that are not naked. Like I don't understand why they would. I think there's a lot of people coming there now. It's very crazy right now. But I kind of have a feeling it's gonna end like why would you continue to pay if you can see a bunch of like the girls that
you're talking to three guys. Let us explain that one to you.
I'll explain my version of why. Because they like the personalness of the OnlyFans thing better than they like their membership to some porn site or whatever. They're going to ask you if they haven't already, because you work in radio, if you could, they're going to send you a couple paragraphs and like, can you send me back a recording of you saying this because you have such a great voice and you're like so beautiful, and they're going to start asking for these little add-on things, right? Because you're putting yourself out there in a way that's a little bit more personal. It's not like you're just pictures and you don't talk to them and you just like leave. So it's the personal part of it. Like people are really thirsting for some sort of connection with anybody right now, and in order to get that,
she'll give you a connection for $13.99 a month.
There's another reason.
It's actually, I'm not charging $13.99 a month.
What do you charge?
It's $5 a month.
Oh shit.
$4.99. You went with the lowest $4.99 option on OnlyFans?
I did. Yes.
Oh my God, that is so nice of you. It's a bargain. Locke, sorry I interrupted you.
It's fine. I think there's also another side to this, and again, it's men. We already know men are pigs, right? But there's also a great deal of content out there, right? Like there is so much porn. I don't even like it's right at our fingertips.
80% of the internet is pornography.
Instagram is pornography. Have you looked at Instagram lately? I mean,
sometimes the most titillating, the most sensual thing might just be somebody that isn't jamming a fist up their wahoo, right? Like, I mean, why do we have to go that far?
So why did you start with a fist? Why start with fist?
I went right there.
Welcome to the Portuguese.
I was trying to make a point with the extreme, right?
Yeah.
So it might be you don't have to do it, is all I'm saying. And it might be just as satisfying, just as exciting for some of these men that have signed up for your account.
Can I tell you about a gig I was up for like a year ago? Which was
James sharing.
There's a girl that I know. There's
Get
a girl
ready
that I knew
for something that might end it all soon.
This is tied into the fisting thing, James.
No,
Speaking
it's not
of
tied
fists.
into Portuguese sex. It's not. Now, but what it is tied into is this girl who was a former stripper, who is now doing other things. She wanted a writer to write like dirty talk screenplays for her regular clients. So like Edwin's into feet, and his wife's name is Ethel. He likes to throw her in the mix with me, him, and her. Go, give me 500 words. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she canceled like 3 days later because her husband got arrested for something. So, but either way, there's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different ways to make money, even if you're a guy nowadays, with this, with the way that everyone is sort of thirsting for that personal connection, sexual or not.
Penis puppetry, Dean Blundell. Coming soon to OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. We were talking about it yesterday, but that's what Mel's doing. She's not doing puppetry, the penis, but what Mel's doing is like, if I'm not, I haven't been on your OnlyFans account because I'm no offense. I think there's so much nudity out there that if it was my proclivity to look at naked chicks on my computer all day, that's what I'd do. And so
I'm not naked though. Just make sure that's very clear.
Leading me to my question: what are you? Like, give me a couple of examples of things that you would put on OnlyFans that might be a little too salty for the gram.
Look, I think it's just a little bit more. I don't know how much more to explain it. It's just a little sexier. It's a little maybe a little more of the body, but not naked. I mean, that's it. I don't have anything else to say other than that, because it's just.
But have you filled a request by somebody? Like, has someone sent you a request like, hey, listen, I would really love to see you make some toast in that toaster?
Yeah, no, I won't be doing that. Sorry. No.
But I'd also love to see you wearing this.
Yeah, no.
No.
I need you in a rabbit suit. and I need you to cook a carrot.
Yeah.
And that,
Do you know how to
That's
change a
awesome.
size 31 diaper?
Yeah, that's when you want to run away from those requests. That's
Yeah.
when you get into the $13.99 a month subscription. Is if
No,
you're willing
they
to
send-
if
they
you're willing to
send you
change a
tips.
man's diaper. What's
No,
that?
they send you tips for that. They send you money to do that.
So you
So,
haven't
like-
filled a request?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Have you gotten requests?
I have. Yeah.
Okay, give me a couple.
give us an example of a request.
And listen. There's not many people watching this, so so be honest at least.
I am being honest.
What'd you get?
I mean, it's just that they want more naked photos. Like, that's really what it is at this point. There hasn't been any kind of weird, bizarre, like, fetish stuff. I shouldn't even say weird. I mean, a lot of people have fetishes. I don't judge that shit. But yeah, no, I haven't had any fetish stuff yet.
Yeah.
What did you say? I missed that.
I
What
said
did you say?
all these people with these weird fetishes.
I know,
I'm not
I'm-
judging fetishes. but they're fucking weird. Everybody.
I'm trying to take it back.
That's when you talk about somebody who's like done something wrong, and at the end of it you go, but I hear he's a good guy. I hear he's a great guy.
No,
Is he
I
a good
don't,
guy?
I don't want to see his search engine, but
I
Good
mean,
guy.
obviously there's stuff that's shocking. Like, you're like, wow, you're into that.
Like what? Give me a sample. Like what's one that you've looked like you've seen a request and you've gone, that guy's fucked.
No, not in my inbox yet. I'm seeing
right.
them on OnlyFans or porn, like adults. I mean, you see it, like, there's fetish everywhere, and it is obviously a little bit shocking. But
Mel only gets the guys that are like, I would greatly appreciate it if you would allow me to masturbate to pictures of you in a bikini. Instead of like, let's stroke my cock to your tits.
Yeah.
Like, there's none of those guys. It's only the gentlemen.
Yeah.
I haven't had any of that. I really
That's
haven't.
good.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
good.
I don't know if it's
Rock those
coming,
guys.
but I have not had it yet.
How many
so-
people have
it's-
subscribed to your channel?
Well, I'm not going to give out numbers. You crazy?
Is it good money? Are you making a little bit of money from?
Yeah,
Like,
there's
is it
some money to be made there for sure.
will you be able to buy an oven soon?
I have no room for an oven. I need to make enough to get me a new apartment is what needs to happen.
In Mel's defense, you can cook some pretty bomb ass meals in a little oven like that, like the chicken breasts with the bones still in and stuff, and you can put some carrots and potatoes in there, and it's all good. I've used to use those, man. They're really good for cooking.
That's
This one
great,
is-
James.
This one's extra small though. I can only fit the Asian party pack from M&M's. That's my dinner tonight. I'm going all
That's
out.
an excellent segue.
That's an excellent segue into our next topic.
Mel, you are
so-
a professional broadcaster.
Look at me.
So you're just feeling it out at this point, right?
Yeah. Totally.
And you've got a couple of guys that like you. And listen, you and I text from time to time.
Mhm.
And I have a hard time complimenting people, women especially.
I don't know this.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like it's a creepy thing when you go, hey, you look great. Plus, listen, the world has beat it out of us guys. We're not allowed to comment on women's appearances. Like we can't, right? So I will say this. Of all the OnlyFans people that I know have OnlyFans accounts, I would, if I had disposable income, I would sign up for yours because you're very attractive. You're funny. You're using it for the right reasons. I don't masturbate, so I wouldn't be using it for that.
Me neither.
I also do not masturbate. The fuck?
Is that my cue to step out now? Because I don't know.
No, because does that would that part of it bother you, knowing what guys are probably using it for?
No,
You don't
man,
care?
I don't really care. And look, I don't think all men are assholes. I'm not in that place. I don't think all men are pigs. I don't think I am. I think I've had a few really great guys in my life. So I don't think like that.
Do you have a boyfriend now?
I do.
And he's cool, like no issues with the OnlyFans. He's like, yeah,
He
this
gets
is
off
fucking
on it,
sweet.
guaranteed. He loves it.
He had an issue the first few days. Like, it took him a second, but he knows not to hold me down or try to hold
What do
me
you
down.
say? What do you
not
say
gonna
about it? What do you say? Like, listen, are you sure you want to show people what's mine? Because that's
Um,
very ownership perspective. I don't like it already. I don't like
Yeah.
it.
No, he would never say that. That wouldn't work well with me. No, I mean, I think he didn't say much. He was just like, okay, like, how far are you going to go? And I think that's what everybody is asking. Like, how far are you going to take this? And what if you get an offer?
Do
and
you feel pressure to give more? You did at the beginning?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
The first weekend I was, this weekend that just passed, this was the first weekend on, I started having like panic about it because I thought, well, fuck, these guys are actually paying. I feel almost obligated. And it was a weird vibe for me. I had to work through that because I'm like, no, actually, I'm not obligated to do anything other than what is in my description. And it clearly says, before you subscribe, know that there's no adult content here and there's no nudity. So if you're paying, you're paying for just photos, but it's not going to be all of what's on OnlyFans. But yeah, I mean, I felt almost guilty. Like, really, you want to pay just to see like bikini photos? That's kind of strange. But there
I felt that way. I felt that way my entire radio career. Every time a paycheck showed up, I have a little chuckle to this day. I'm like, really? You're paying me for this?
Yeah.
How much? That's incredible.
Did you hear the show this morning?
Yeah. You seriously don't want this back? Like,
you still stroked a check?
Yeah. Great. Appreciate it. But I get that obligation, right? Like you signed up for it. You have people that pay. It's like having an anchor client, right? Like, we've got a couple of sponsorship anchor clients, Ed's Fine Imports and his Gitch, domination.com. Good to get these in.
James and I still do not have underwear yet.
Oh, we'll send them. And
then every time, Mel.
We've also got our friends over at Blue Microphones, these Blue Microphones. And when you have a client and you've got people that are paying to do business with you or do something with you, there is a massive obligation there where you're like, normally I could just kind of float this in, or normally I wouldn't put up another picture. But yeah, you feel like, okay, I probably should put something up for the people on OnlyFans today, I would imagine.
Yeah, totally.
And then you sort of feel like these guys are giving me $5 a month. And all I did was put a picture of me in a snowsuit on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I should show them some areola or something today.
I don't think you should totally disregard the furry side of the equation here. It's a big market, Mel.
Yeah.
There are
a lot of people
nudity.
That might want you to get dressed up like Winnie the Pooh. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
Don't kill this. I mean, we're just spitballing here.
The feet thing, though. The feet thing,
the
realistically.
Thing. Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. Imagine just taking pictures of your feet and then sending your socks in the mail and getting like a few $100. That's crazy. You should totally do that.
I have a girlfriend who got an offer on Insta. I'm going to have to grab my battery, my charger. My battery's about to die.
No problem.
I had a girlfriend on Insta who got an offer for her underwear for $5,000. And I was like, girl, send him the fucking underwear. Like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's $5,000. Like,
soiled or not? Soiled or not?
He just wanted them used, I mean,
soiled. Yeah.
No, they don't all want soiled.
No,
like,
I say soiled. When I say soiled, I don't mean someone shit in them. I mean like soiled, like someone wore them, didn't wash them, and then sent them to the guy in Japan.
They have specific. They have specific requests, like, can you work out in them for a day?
After a long jog.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna lose you. I have to plug in.
Yeah, go get your charger, because while we've been talking about OnlyFans, I did some research today, because this is about making money, right? This is Mel's whole thing is, listen, I want to add some revenue streams to my life. This is a good way to do it. I got the stuff for it. Might as well try it. I don't know if you guys know this. 2.7% of all subscriptions on OnlyFans are for fart fetishes.
What the fuck?
Fart fetishes. 2.7% of all subscriptions. Yeah.
1.8% of it can be contributed to Brian Lilly.
Farts.
Attributed to Brian Lilly.
For what?
Farts. Fart videos. People farting.
That's disgusting.
And so,
I can't.
And so I saw this story.
I can't.
I'm with you, Mel. I'm with you.
Yeah.
What is
I'm okay with a rabbit costume, but
not farting in it.
I'm okay with a rabbit costume, but that's it.
Do not turn it into Holland, please.
No, but like farts were a really, really big portion, like 2.7%. And I'm like, that's a lot of farts. And then I read this story today about this guy named Alex Ramirez, not the baseball player. And I want to read this story to you because it was fascinating to me. Have you guys heard of these new technology collectibles called NFTs, non-fungible tokens?
Yeah.
You guys heard about these?
No.
It's a cryptocurrency based model. So basically it's a digital clip, audio card, something that you only appears on a computer, right? That you can upload or download that no one else has. It's a digital collectible. This guy named Alex Ramirez recorded every one of his farts for an entire year.
The audio of it or
The
video?
audio.
Oh, the audio. Okay.
And he put it out for bid. So he's got this digital file of 52 minutes of him farting over an entire year. It's a lot of farts. And someone is right now, the leading bid on this file of a year's worth of fart audio is $183. He did it for fun. He
I feel
wanted
like that's
to see
low.
I feel like
that
it's
was
low too. And
Nice.
Was
For the
Holland
effort,
shut
for the
out
effort.
of the bidding?
Right.
what's that?
Was Holland shut out of the bidding? Is that what
I don't
happened?
know if anything. I think
I
a
don't know.
German guy's in the lead, actually.
Oh, that's right.
But he's going to get 100, and they say it could get up to this one 52-minute clip of him farting for a year could be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time it's done, because he's a pretty famous movie producer. Alex Ramirez Malice is his name. But this is just a sample.
He's a famous movie producer.
This famous movie producer that
Why would
put
you
out
do this then?
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Imagine
listen, I think
imagine working with that guy afterwards. Like, you.
this is it. This is
Oh
it.
wow. Oh my god.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'm not doing
Yeah, you are.
You guys just let me know when that's done, okay?
Children, please.
This is amazing.
Oh my god.
52 minutes. It's an hour's worth of this, and someone is going to pay hundreds of thousands of.
Maybe I can refer someone.
How come every other fart is like a computer sound? He farts like a computer? Or is that just the separation
I think
between the...
he's time stamping it.
That's
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
Jesus.
Farts are not funny, guys. They're not funny.
yes, they are. They're incredible.
you
That's
are
how
so
I know
wrong,
that you're not a
man.
real human being, James. Every
Yeah.
like even Mel's
Can I-
laughing.
I'd
Can I
rather
tell
not
a
be
quick?
human.
Can I tell a quick fart story?
Yeah.
I work with a guy, and he's a gassy individual, and so and I get mad about it because we're in an airtight fucking room, and if he's dropping ass, it'll stay in there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, geez, we got to do a show here. Fuck James, it's the other James. Anyway,
Really.
about a month ago, we're on the 7th floor, and we get in the elevator, and the doors close. And he starts farting, and he's got a look of panic on his face. And he looks up at me because he knows now we're in a fucking elevator and I'm going to kick his ass. But the problem was we're going down
4 feet
7
tall?
floor. He's 4 feet tall. We're going down the fucking elevator and he's farting the whole way. I swear to God, 30, 27, 28, 29, 30 seconds. By the time we got to the bottom, I was laughing so hard.
It's because farts are funny, dude. Because farts are funny. James, don't act like you're fucking better than the farts. You're not the Gord Miller of farts, okay?
I'm not the
Don't
Gord Miller of
pretend
anything,
you're the
for
Gord
one
Miller
thing.
of farts.
Thank you. That's actually a compliment.
What
I'm not the
my
Gord Miller.
that was my way of saying maybe that's something you might want to look into if you're not going to do adult
It
material.
is the
Mel.
closest thing you can do to shitting in front of somebody without shitting in front of somebody.
I don't
literally
care.
blasting
I don't care about
poo
anything that you're
molecules
saying.
out into the air.
I don't care about anything
You
you're
can
saying.
smell it because you're inhaling shit molecules into your body. That's
Every
why you can
smell is
farts.
particulate, dude. Every smell is particulate. You walk down the street, you smell asphalt, you're smelling asphalt.
That's
I
it.
the way life
I've
works.
had this conversation a few times with people about bathroom shit. Like, are you into like farting in front of your women? Is that what you
No.
do? Is that a
No.
thing? Because that's fucking gross.
No, but if I'm in an elevator with a midget and he farts for 30 seconds all the way down to the bottom to the ground level, I'm gonna have a chuckle. You know what I mean, Mel?
Are you married? You're married, Lochlin?
Yeah, I've been married for a long time. Yeah,
and we don't. Do you guys do it in front of each other, or do you still hold it?
No, I think I've heard my wife fart twice in 30 years.
Do you leave
that's
the
how
room?
you keep the magic alive. That's how you keep the magic
By not
alive.
farting? Do you fart in front of your boyfriend?
No, fuck no.
Does he fart in front of you?
No. Oh, no.
You'd be
It's a
turned
deal
off?
breaker.
Would it be over if he farted in front of you?
I've been in a relationship where that was like,
Yeah.
you know, it was the norm. We got super comfortable, but then you become friends and you're laughing about it, you're joking, whatever. But like, I can't bang you after that. I don't want you like, I can't. Like, you ruined it for me. Like,
Well, just in case he farts, right? Like that's always
everybody has their limits. I mean, James can't even listen to it, right?
I
get
I
that.
I think you're being dramatic, dude. That's like everybody can listen to farts.
I know that you think I'm being dramatic. I have a weird phobia. I'll tell you a quick story. I don't know if I've told you before, but I don't like when people can hear me in the bathroom. I don't like using the public. I don't like using public bathrooms for number two. I never do. Right. I'll hold that fucker until like for 3 days if I have to, until I get home to home base.
Right? Very unhealthy.
Don't do that.
But
Go home, man.
I'll just wait for this to stop and then I'll continue.
Sorry, continue.
No, I had a girlfriend once that the second that she did that, she looked at me, she's like, what? You know, we love each other. That's okay. And I'm like, I don't think it's really okay. And she's like, so you don't want me to do this? And I'm like, no. And then she just lifted her leg and let one go.
Yeah, then it's
and
over.
I was just like, we got to break up. She's like, really? It's been like 6 months. You're going to break up with me for that? And I'm like, yes, I am. You can, there's the door right there. But the story I was going to tell is that
so it's serious. You're not being dramatic.
No, this phobia that I have of this bathroom doing number two in public thing was personified in greatness when I went to Bon Echo with my in-laws and my wife, and I was like, where do you go to the washroom? And they like, follow that trail. So I followed that trail, and at the end of that trail is a seat made of bamboo with no walls, no ceiling. It's just a seat. So the good news was that we had this area of Bon Echo to ourselves. There was not going to be any other humans on this little tiny island that we had, and it was great.
Hey, let me know when you're done your shit story, okay? I can't listen to it.
Okay. I'm done.
All right.
Okay. So then I went. So then I started to do number two, and 10 seconds later, I look up. And like 18 people jogging right towards me. The island was not empty.
It's your karma.
And I'm just sitting here like this.
Being such a pussy. That was like God saying, I'm going to fix your wagon right now.
Jogging by. They're like saying hi. And I'm like, how's it going, fuckers? You know, like it was awful.
I fucking love karma.
That is not karma. That is.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's.
It is. It's God dealing with your. He's dealing. It's God's way of dealing with your silliness. Is what that was. Is you being a huge wiener about pooping. Big deal.
So good.
Listen, I'm not gonna sign up for your OnlyFans account because again, that makes me a creep. Not that I think it's bad. It does make me a creep if I sign up to see someone I work with naked on the sly.
I'm not naked.
Kidding me?
You can. It's not naked.
Yeah, but I don't look at your Instagram pictures because for the same reason. Like, I
think the body is a beautiful thing. I think
what is the issue though? What's the issue? Yeah. I don't get it.
The issue. I'll tell you the issue.
Like, am I just totally oblivious to it? I don't understand.
The issue of me not wanting to creep your pictures. You mean?
Well, like supporting your, your team. If you were on OnlyFans, I would support your ass.
No, there's
even
no way
if
you
was doing penis puppetry.
Speaking of your ass, I just saw Instagram and it's just your bum with your legs. It's a nice photo. It's black and white, and then the caption has nothing to do with the image, right?
I know.
A lot of questions about traveling solo. It's like, but it's your bum.
Yeah.
A lot of women do that. I notice. Mel,
is that a juxtaposition that's intentional so that we don't like get too crazy about the bum?
I figured this out this year, James.
Okay. You tell me.
And Mel, maybe you can help me with this. I figured out a lot of really attractive women post pictures of them in their hottest attire, the best that they've looked.
That's right.
And then they'll put a little caption under it like, today was a tough day. I went to work, it came home, and the dog ate a block of cheese.
Yeah, it never.
And you're going,
it.
well, there's no reason for you to put a picture of you looking smoking hot to talk about your dog taking a big cheese shit in your kitchen. Like there's no, and I see so many women do it. And all I want to do is get into that timeline and go, stop it. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're posting thirst trap. And the worst is, and maybe you can help me with this because it bothers me and I don't want it to bother me because I want to be a better person. If you can help me with this, I'd appreciate it. The worst part is that they know what they're doing, and some of them do it. Some I've noticed women do it. Some guys, I guess, must do it too, right? But in my case, because it's women and I'm attracted to women, I go, yeah, there's no reason for you to post that hot picture of you talking about how hard it was to make oatmeal that morning. Like the whole purpose of you was to bait and switch to say, oh, I've got something important to say. It's about oatmeal. But there's a picture of me in a fucking bikini bending over, picking up like a flutterboard. Like it doesn't make any sense to me.
Look, man, you got to know your audience, like everything. Instagram is a bit of an art, you know, and I think for people who take it relatively seriously, and I mean, let's face it, there's people on there making a lot of money, and that's their gig.
There's one Swedish chick that makes 1.7 million a month.
Yeah.
On Instagram?
OnlyFans.
Oh, on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Okay.
1.7 million a month.
I think, and that's the other thing about OnlyFans is you're not really. I don't feel like I need to post anything that speaks to a wider audience. I know who I'm talking to on Instagram. I don't think they are. On
Maybe
Instagram, I think the audience it's split. It's male, female split. So there's part of the art is keeping certain people entertained with your photos. And then the other part of it is keeping people engaged with what you have to say. And it's finding that balance, and that's really what Instagram, that's what social media is all about. And I mean, let's face it. I can post a picture of the dog eating a block of cheese, or I can post a picture of me in the bikini and
eating some cheese.
People will be paying more attention to what you're saying in that photo. So and yes, sometimes, like I said, from the very beginning of this, it's just a fucking thirst trap. Like that's fine. Sometimes you need a little bit of attention and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. To me, women are fucking beaten down all the time. Every day we're told we're too fat, we're too thin, you're too old. Now you're getting your face done. Now you're a plastic person. Like you can't win. So if you have a moment where you feel good enough to post a sexy picture of yourself, all the fucking power to you. Like I think it's a beautiful thing. I mean, that's the reality of it.
Yep.
Just going off on my soapbox.
And
but it's
it's that's what we're talking about. Just you taking the power back, right? Like and I agree with you. And we were the ones who started the podcast, Locke and I. James is apparently not like us. He doesn't like farts, and he's not a pig. But men are pigs. Men are disgusting. Guys. Well, no, James, you're like us. You're just
I mean, you don't know my list of kinks. Jesus fucking Christ, it's crazy. Okay,
give me one. What is it? You got a fart? You got a fart thing?
No, it's all under the umbrella of dirty talk.
Oh
no,
you got a fart thing?
Not that dirty.
Who would ever be into this? I don't understand that.
Right?
Listen, if guys, what the fart thing? You mean?
Yeah,
a lot of people. There's a whole website. Have you seen cakefarts.com? Have you seen
I
that?
have
It's
not.
where people like fart on cakes, and guys are like, "That's the best." I saw a woman take a fart on a chocolate cake today. That was incredible.
Do you want to know how bad my pathology is about this fart thing? Do you know how like people can at least not mind the smell of their own? Right? Some people really enjoy it. Most people just don't mind because it's their own brine. Someone told me once. What? Oh yeah. Someone told me once that when you have kids, you're not going to mind.
Don't do that.
You don't do the cup of soup. Come on, like on a long drive, Mel. You don't let one go and put your hand in your crotch and then do one of these.
No, Dean.
Me
no.
neither.
Jesus Christ. That's not hot at all.
I don't do it.
I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah. So someone told me they're like, when you have kids, you're not going to mind their brine either. You know what happened? They were born. I took one whiff and I was like, Jesus. And then I couldn't even stand the smell of my own at all anymore. Like it was like someone else farted anytime I did. That's how bad it is. That's
You're
how bad
I've
weird.
got a lot of issues with this whole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're weird.
Yeah.
I got to tell
Yeah,
you,
that's right.
because Mel's being quiet over there, and she made fun of me doing the cup of soup. But there's
I think she
no
understands
way.
where I'm coming from. I think
No,
she
because
understands
there's
where
no
I'm
way, and I'm looking at Mel right now. There's no way that sometimes you wake up in the morning. Locke, you know this feeling, right? I wish I had some classical music to play because it would fit really nice with this.
Carmina Burana.
And you're laying in bed and you feel the rumble and you might let one go and you just lift the cover up like this and then you let it fall and then whoop, you get it.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's not my jam.
That's
You don't
my-
need to do that. It's going to be with you regardless. Why do you got to do all that craziness?
check.
The
I wanna
wake.
check.
You always have the wake, right? When you walk.
I want
away
to
from it,
check.
it
I want to
follows
check
you.
and make sure I'm okay. Anyway, this is a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
We should.
I
have
like
you back,
talking
Mel.
about stuff like that. Yeah, Mel, I think you had a blast.
Yeah, it's great.
We didn't cover the topics we said we were going to cover. Just covered the OnlyFans. That's funny.
Well, no, Mel's got to go. That's my point.
Oh,
We're
Mel's
sticking
going.
around.
Oh, okay.
Mel's got
Yeah.
because like I could tell when she was like doing one of these.
She was ready about 15 minutes ago.
All we know for sure is that she's not hosting a dinner party.
And she, whatever
Does
she's
the
cooking,
boyfriend
she's
have an
cooking.
oven? No.
He does.
Okay.
He does. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my treat.
He's a keeper. Yeah.
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 All right.
Listen,
Well,
you're
listen.
you're all invited over at some point. Well, I'll make you a fancy little dinner in that toaster oven.
I would love that. Can we see a kimono before you go? Melanie makes kimonos as well. Show me a kimono.
I don't I have they're all packed away right now. You can it's
Okay.
I have it on Instagram, avocados and tequila
That's the name of the
Wait a
company,
second.
Avocados and Tequila.
or avoquila short. Yeah.
Melanie
you allowed to
Martin
make
with the
kimonos?
first E being a
What did
3.
he? Yes.
What
I
did
don't
he
know.
say?
I wasn't paying attention.
I
Sorry,
just
what
want to
did-
know if she was alive. I've seen it before about white folks making non-white stuff and getting accused of cultural appropriation. Has that happened to you yet?
No, but you know what? I've thought about it's not like an actual like kimono.
Oh, okay.
They're more like I call them kimono / dusters. Like it's more like just a cover up for the beach or whatever.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But often like in fashion, that's what they're called. So, but I have thought about that. Definitely, it's on my
We
mind.
don't have to think about that as the main point. I think
Oh,
Well,
the only
I
thing you
don't
got to
know.
do is hire a
You know who
Japanese
never-
person to make them, and you're good.
Japanese people never get upset about that stuff. It's always white liberals. Native people don't get upset when you make dream catchers. It's just white liberals. It's like white
But the-
liberals account for 80% of the rage on behalf of minorities. That's what happens these days.
But the actual kimono is a very structured piece, and this is not what this is. This is a beach cover up. So it's
Okay.
just that in fashion, that's often what they're called. But you know, I mean, you got to be.
I think
aware
you're
of that
awesome,
too.
Mel. You're like making shit and you're on
Isn't she cool?
OnlyFans and
Yeah.
yeah,
Entrepreneur.
you are.
Super cool.
Yes.
I love your
I'm in
podcast too.
radio. I have
Yeah.
no choice. This is what's happening.
Yeah, shit dollars, eh? Everyone wonders about what you make and you're always like,
Fuck. There was a time where it was good. There was a time when it was really good. It was nice.
Yeah. yeah.
Those
I
days
know.
are done.
I'm still living off mine. Probably.
Dean may have fucked us all.
Yeah, probably gonna have to live on it forever, which is no big deal, but whatever.
One of the last big radio contracts.
It was big.
Thanks, Gene.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Sorry
Gene.
about that.
And then he sued them. And
Yeah.
then everybody else
Yeah.
is like, wow,
Then you
you're
got
all
more.
fucked.
Then you got more. That's so weird.
Hey, we always have the 4 people that are watching us right now, guys.
Yeah, 5.
Hey, there you go.
5, but that's just here. That's just
I knew.
here.
I
It's
know.
it's not on Instagram, Facebook Live, and all that other stuff. There's
They're
a
my
few
new
hundred.
OnlyFans. Come over. I need to eat. So
OnlyFans.
come
Yeah,
say
That
hi.
should be in the bio.
The low price of $5.
Yeah.
Got
Or
you.
not-
OnlyFans
$4.99.
/ no farts.
I'm telling you, Mel, look into this furry thing.
Yeah.
Look into this furry
Okay,
thing.
I'm leaving. Bye.
Seriously, get dressed up like a fox. You'll look great.
Rabbit.
Thanks, Mel.
Rabbit. Yeah,
I think she
she's not
liked
coming
it.
back.
I think she had a
Yeah.
blast.
Mhm.
You know what's interesting to me from the social media perspective is and one of my rules as a evolving human being, as an evolving man, is I am trying to do my best not to judge people.
Mm.
Right? I think it's the biggest problem we have in the world today. So, and I swear to God, that's one of my things. That's one of my like daily goals. Do not, and it's hard as hell. It's so difficult not to judge.
Well, especially when
but-
you're clearly better than everybody else.
Here's the thing that I find interesting is I have no problem whatsoever with Mel doing an OnlyFans, having an Instagram page, putting up a picture of her in one of her kimonos or a bikini shot or whatever. That doesn't bother me at all. But if James did it, I would be like, what the? You know what I mean?
Because you're not attracted to men.
It's not that. I
Yes,
would
it
judge
is.
you for it.
No, it isn't.
No.
You
What's
would
the
judge
difference?
You would
Why
judge
is it
gay
a
man
gender
for doing
thing?
it?
No,
Because
if you were doing it, if you were putting a thirsty picture up, let's say you in the middle of a divorce and all of a sudden James is hunting, he's on his Instagram, he's putting thirsty pictures
Looking
up.
for babes.
Yeah, looking for attention. I would judge the hell out of you.
Me
Wouldn't
too.
do it. Wouldn't do it to Mel.
Publicly.
yeah,
No.
but what if? Okay, yeah, that's.
And I don't think
you
that's a
can,
gender
you can
thing.
shit on guys. No, the thing is that Mel is right. Like, we know that without sounding like I am pandering for female listeners or users or an audience, women have been marginalized for a really long time, and then not marginalized or propped up when they become the objects of our affection, right?
Yeah.
And what Mel is saying is, listen, I get that, but fuck you guys. Now people are going to have to pay for it, right? Makes all the sense in
Good
the
for
world
her.
to me. Absolutely.
Good for her.
If a guy did it, it's a totally different double standard. And I wouldn't expect James to be the first dude on there. I'm sure there's lots of dudes on there.
No, first of all, I
But
wouldn't do it. But second of all, guys don't do it though.
Lots of guys
For the
do.
most part.
Only,
yeah.
dude, OnlyFans is full of guys too doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of
Trying
my
to
nut.
do the same thing. Trying to do the same thing. Yeah.
A lot of guys
Aaron
make some money
Carter.
on there too.
Aaron Carter, the old
Backstreet Boy brother. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
His wife's name is Melanie Martin, by the way.
He's on OnlyFans, and I don't know, maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong here. We've just heard about it, and I've never seen it, but he puts a camera on and plays a song with his cock and balls out.
Yeah.
And makes thousands of dollars on his
Well, he's
OnlyFans.
smart though because he's got a fan base, right? Like, so
Yeah.
that is actually a smart money making idea. It's one of us schlubs just doing it just for kicks and money is not going to
Fucking speak
result
for
in either of
yourself.
those things. You know?
Speak for yourself.
You'd make money. You wouldn't make Aaron Carter money, but James, not that I'm trying to talk you into it.
You'd make radio money.
Hot diggity damn, that's good enough for me.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for
Yeah.
doing this, fellas.
Yep.
It was fun. We were going to talk about the Keel burgers, but I don't feel like it. I think we bagged on the Keel burgers the other day. You wrote a great piece on the Keel burgers and the double tap. The double tap on the table. Go check
It's
it out.
funny
at
that one guy
Blundell.com.
commented. The one guy commented saying,
He's a lawyer.
you know, it's quite normal, basically. Or
He's a lawyer.
Yeah, but it's not normal for us. It's not normal to be at home and watching this. And the liberals are not as
Yeah.
bad as the opposition. Like I found
Mhm.
that very strange. And
It's a
I
great
was
piece. It's insightful too. It's really cool. So go check
It's
it
like
out.
300 words. It's the smallest piece I think I've ever written.
Yeah, it's cool. I like that. It's a
I
quick
found
read,
it
but you got a
interesting
lot out of it.
because it was clearly something that they had obviously talked about previous.
Yeah.
It
If
was-
you hear
it-
my telegraph double tap that the whole country will hear, that means shut the fuck up. It's funny.
Yeah. And he probably pulled him aside and said, "You talk too much.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about this. And we're going in this. And if you go, I'm going to give you it was so obvious.
Yeah.
Did you
And I
see the
didn't
look on
notice-
his face the whole time he was Kielburger was talking? The whole time he's like this.
What, the lawyer?
The lawyer,
The lawyer kept
was
cleaning stuff
mortified.
out of his teeth too. You know when someone just finishes eating and they're like this?
sorry.
Yeah.
I got horrible food
No,
catchers.
no. Not you, him. The lawyer was doing that the whole time. It was like every time they went to a break for 5 minutes, I'm like, he's eating something. He's got to be eating something. He's a big dude too. And it was distracting because if you had an ISO camera on him, all you saw every time they come back was him finishing what he was eating when he wasn't on camera. That was it.
He was clearly annoyed from the get-go. You could
Yeah.
tell. My eyes were. He kept attracting my eyes to the corner of the screen when we were playing that clip. And the whole time he was just like he was not liking what was going down with this whole thing.
No.
Yeah.
It was delivered in such a way where I think I'll make this in a different. I'll make the same joke in a different way, where it was almost like His drama teacher at one time was Justin Trudeau.
Mm.
Right? The way we are a children's charity, everybody. We cannot be held accountable for any of these things. And it's just like, holy fuck.
Oh, the fat kill burger.
Yeah. Oh
the sausage eater. You got the runner.
He went for sympathy. That was his strategy, was sympathy.
And to say that this has nothing to do with us, we're still good people, which you wouldn't be under
Check out these
investigation by
starving kids,
9
huh?
different fucking organizations if you were great people. You know, great people don't have CRA and the RCMP trying to figure out what they did wrong all the time, right?
Oh,
yeah. And then we deny it 3 times before we admit it that there's an investigation happening. It's going to be great to watch them fall further.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what it is. Is it Schadenfreude? Is that it? Is it the Schadenfreude?
Yeah, the definition of it.
We all have it. Terrible
Schadenfreude often to do with vengeance, where like you want to see your enemy suffer.
Schadenfreude, I think, is it's German, and if I'm not mistaken, the root phrase
taking pleasure
comes
in
from
other people's pain.
It's like danger, joy, right? You take joy out of someone else's miscomfort, but I don't take joy out of other people's miscomfort. Like when I see bad things happen to good people, it makes me sad, right? I just don't like watching bad things happen to good people. But when bad things happen to bad people, I'm equally as happy as I am sad when bad things happen to good people. In fact, happier. So
because we see it as a victory, right?
Right. You see it as like, oh, fuck, someone finally caught up with those guys. Because in this world, I think we're all so fucking caught up with what's fair and unfair, right? It is unfair to claim that you've been saving the children around the world when you have 60 million in real estate that you're sitting on too that nobody knew about. It's unfair. It's unfair for them to tell people that they built a hut in Kenya and really they didn't. They were just one of 10 people to donate to that hut. It's unfair. It's unfair to misrepresent what you've done when you've taken money on behalf of children's charities to feed the children or save the children, or as they point out, free the children. Did some of that happen? I guess.
Any idea what his father did for a living before they started this charity?
Teacher. So parents are teachers, and somehow the Kielburger family has like 60 million in real estate on teacher salaries in the city of Toronto.
That's right.
Come on.
That's crazy.
Come on.
I didn't know that. I thought maybe the family came from money.
And you know what? They're going to die rich. They're not going to die broke. They're going to die rich. They're going to go to court. There's going to be deals made, and then they're still going to be worth 30 million by the time they get out of court, right?
Well, because they got to sell all their real estate, right? They sell out.
See,
real
now
estate
that's a different tune than you were singing last pod.
What I was saying last time is that they're done as far as like we is over. Like there's no one is going to want to be attached to that name anymore because it's poison. But as far as their net worth goes behind the scenes, I'm sure they're still going to be filthy rich by the time this is all over.
So, but you said, and this has been bothering me since you said it 2 days ago, you said they're going to get away with it, that because of based on what they're being charged and who's
you remember
involved.
specifically what I was saying is that the thing that has to do with the liberals, those things, I don't see where they did anything wrong when it comes to like how they handled this contract,
the sole source contract thing,
except for the illegal lobbying, which they now have a get out of jail free card. So, but on the things
because
like tax evasion and things.
No, because they were allowed to retroactively name people who were meddling on their behalf with the government as lobbyists.
Including themselves, which so they described themselves as volunteers when they were doing the lobbying.
They wanted to stay away from the moniker.
Why I don't look into this shit because it just makes me.
That's why I don't give money to fucking charities. To be honest with you, I support my brother's charity because I know what he's doing. He builds schools and wells. And he does what the Kielburger brothers do. He owns a company called Hungry for Life. It's huge. They're worldwide. Barely takes a livable salary. Barely. I keep telling him he's an idiot for not taking more. He's like, I can't like because I got to put it back in. Well, just a little bit more, like a livable salary. Just dude has struggled and made for. If I told you the legacy of what my brother did, you would look at what the Kielburgers are doing, and you would instantly know that there is something fucking wrong with everything that they've done.
Yeah,
you would instantly know that 60 million in real estate in the holdings of a Free the Children charity is a fucking problem.
Well, it's
a
also
fucking
crony
problem.
capitalism and taking advantage of rules that are in place that make no sense to regular people and were written by the corporations that benefit from them, right? So you're a charity and you attach to that charity a for-profit group, that's perfectly legal. You know,
Blur the
it's
lines.
just, I don't know.
It's a business strategy with charity, right?
You know what?
My brother's
Honestly,
talking to my
man.
brother about it, and he was telling me that business strategies for charities are to actually make money while you look like you're not making any money.
Yeah.
A lot of charities do that and it's based on donations. It's based on motivating large groups of church people, large groups of do-gooders to put on yard sales and garage sales and bottle drives and all this shit. And then they take that money and they go and buy real estate with it.
That's
Like,
the thing about
crazy.
501(c)(3)s in the States and whatever it's called here. When you apply to be nonprofit, I'm working on a story right now for this local paper about this entity called E4M, which is it describes itself as a nonprofit advisory group, but it has all these cozy contracts with all these municipalities in Ontario to act as their integrity commissioner. So what happens, long story short, what happens is this nonprofit group will become the integrity commissioner and reject like 95% of the complaints against the body that pays them, so that they don't bite the hand that feeds them and they continue to make money. So what they've done is they kept on increasing their own personal salaries. So they're still considered nonprofit because there's no shareholders, there's no board of directors in that sense or whatever. Yeah. But they go from 80,000 a year in like 2011 to 198,000 a year in 2015 and so on and so forth. And they're like, what? We're nonprofit.
Yeah,
because their salaries increase. Right?
Don't you
hate people more?
Don't you fucking hate people that take advantage of other people and they say they're going to do this?
That's why I can't even talk or read about any of this stuff. It just incenses me. I think
that's why I do it. I love being angry at the right things. I don't like being angry at people that I love and all that, but I don't mind getting the anger out when it's directed at people like that. So.
Well, there's so many people out there fucking around with the system, eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It never ends. Never ends. That's why when someone shows up at your door and says they're collecting money for something, I always tell them I'll give it to them if they give me $20 first.
And a half deck of smokes. You got to smoke? You got smokes?
Listen, you go to the store, you give me a carton of Players Light and bring back a 20, a crisp, clean 20 and a Diet Coke.
And I want you to
roll
give
you
the cigarettes into my sleeve a la Schneider from One Day at a Time.
I do it all the time. Anytime someone solicitor shows up and they want to sell me something at my door or like religion or something like that, it's always the same thing. Listen, I got my time is worth something, so you give me $20 and I'll give you some whatever you need. No one takes it. Everybody's like, why would I give you $20? Exactly. Why would I adopt your religion or buy this stupid fucking product from someone standing at my door telling me that this is the way? It's just not going to happen. So you give me $20 and we'll figure something out.
I used to invite the Jehovah's Witnesses in, and then the one time that I didn't, because my kid was sleeping, he was just born, and I was like, okay, I'll let you in. We can have a big talk as long as we start off under the operating assumption that Jesus never existed. Go. Just like
didn't happen, huh?
Thank you for your time, sir. I'm going to go back to Utah.
All right. Well, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching the podcast. That's James DeFiore from blackballmedia.ca. That's Lochlin Cross, morning show host of The Locker Room, Cruise the 95.7 Cruise FM in the beautiful city of Edmonton. Guys, happy post St. Patrick's Day. Good to see you both.
Good to see you, Dave.
That was a good St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, you lied yesterday in the podcast. You said you were going to stay
hold
home.
on.
Then you started tweeting pictures of you out at a bar crushing Guinness.
I was going to sit in the basement and get drunk, and the family wanted to go for a beverage, right? Therapy. I was going to do therapy.
Kids, wait in the car. Daddy's going to be back soon.
Anyway, good to see everybody. That's James and Lochlin.
That was fun, guys.
Appreciate it. And thanks to our friend Melanie Martin for being on the show as well.
We will never be back.
Never. You guys going to play another solid 12 minutes of farts in the middle of the podcast? Probably. Hey, just bagged out. You see, you appreciate this.
Is he gone already? Yeah, he likes
Look
it.
He just
yeah.
Have a great day, everybody.
All right.
Thanks for having me. See you, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Got to stop that. Thanks for being a part of the podcast, and thanks for watching. You can get us at deanblundell.com, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your fine podcasts as well. YouTube, head us up on the YouTube channel. We got the DeanTube YouTube. Everything on YouTube is changing because of my friend Ben Levitt, who now works with us. So just hang in there. We're going to be changing some stuff. You can also follow us at Twitter. It's Dean Blundell. Twitch, the Dean Blundell channel, and Twitch as well, where you can interact and chat, hang out with us, do all the stuff that we do. We can see you. You can see us. Thanks to our friends at Domination, domination.com, dmntn.com. If you produce content, you want to be able to produce it in legacy form and put it all over socials like we do, you can do it in minutes, hundreds of pieces in minutes. Go to dmntn.com. Try it for free today. Our friends over at Gitch, Ed's Fine Imports has them. Gitch, the #1 luxury branded underwear with the pouch in the front for dudes. All kinds of sizes, all kinds of colors, and he'll send them to you as well. Go to edsfineimports.com. Use promo code GITCH3. Order Ed's Gitch. His Gitch is incredible. Can't say enough about Ed's Gitch. edsfineimports.com. Thanks to Blue Microphones. Go to bluemic.com. Blue Microphones, the official microphone of deanblundell.com. Set you up with the audiophile headphones. They got these MoFi headphones. They've got another model too, which are fucking unbelievable. But they're sturdy. They're incredible. The Yeti X microphone, which I use. USB mic, which is good because you don't got to dick around with the XLR cables. But Blue has XLR mics as well. So they kind of got a little bit of for everything if you're doing stuff like this. Go to bluemics.com, the official partner of deanblundell.com. And Black Rose Organics, the official cannabis supplier of deanblundell.com. Black Rose Organic, coming soon to deanblundell.com. Stay tuned for more. Have a great day, everybody. Join us at deanblundell.com. Sign up for the newsletter.